Hey folks, welcome to Zork. This is one of the original text adventure games from the 1980s, made by Infocom, an absolutely legendary company who had a really good run of it. They were basically a company formed by a group of MIT scientists, pretty much, and kind of academics, and they were onto a good thing with these early text adventure games. This is not the first text adventure game. I think the Colossal Cave Adventure, or Adventure as it was known, was the first one, and that's one of the reasons why these games are called text adventures. They were often made on, university computers, on big mainframe computers, and then played across university campuses in computer science departments. So they spread out from there. But Zork was really one of the first, commercial products that was really successful. The Zork series is absolutely legendary, and believe it or not, I've never played them. I've played them very briefly, but I didn't play them back in the day. I played a lot of text adventures on my ZX Spectrum in about 1985, 1986, I think it would have been, when I was very little. But by the sort of late 80s, around 1988, 1989, I got an Atari ST, and that was, I don't know, that was kind of I think the original Atari ST came out in 1985, but my family were not rich, so we got everything much later, and so I got my Atari ST in about 1989. By that point, text adventures were on their way out. Graphics had gotten better. Games like the Blobber style CRPGs like Wizardry and Might and Magic and the Bard's Tale, they'd shown that these kind of games could actually be more sophisticated and have graphics and kind of complicated role-playing game systems and rules. So the text adventures really kind of fell out of favor, and they eventually no text adventure game ever really made any money after that. I don't think there was a few that were released in the 90s, and some of them are better than others. But the community of text adventure lovers kind of got smaller and smaller. They kept this series alive, making their own games, and it kind of morphed into this thing called interactive fiction. Just my opinion on this is that interactive fiction games are nothing like real games, okay? They're much more like experimental art, and fiction writing that is branching. So it literally does what it says on the tin. It's interactive fiction, but they've stripped out, it's basically a very small community that just make games just for the community, so they're kind of impenetrable if you're not in the community. And because the community in their infinite wisdom decided that all the cool stuff from the original games is no longer fun because they've played them all and they're sick of it, they don't actually make games like text adventures anymore, really. Some of them maybe do, but for the most part, if you go and play interactive fiction that is made during the events that they do every year, they're mostly just kind of weird art projects, in my opinion. I do not like interactive fiction. I don't like the term. I don't like the games. I think they're crap for the most part. I'm not interested in those kind of games. What I like are text-based video games, okay? If that makes sense. So, this is just it's an adventure game, but, with text as your input. All right. So, my background is in text adventures. I played these loads when I was a kid, but I never played Zork. And we're going to come at it right from the start of the game. Now, I'm just going to see if... Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to show you my mapping software, because I'm going to use some mapping software here. I've had a bit of a look at the very start of the game, so I've mapped out a little bit of it already. But this is Trisbort. It's an interactive fiction mapper, but it works with real text adventures as well. And so... basically, you just use this to draw. It's like graph paper. It just saves me drawing everything by hand, and I'll be every now and again, when it's pertinent, I'll be able to show you where we are. So the reason why I want to play Zork is because I'm really interested in text-based games, and like I say, I don't get on with interactive fiction games. So I thought I just want to kind of research these games a little bit. So I thought I'd play it and I'd record some of it. I don't know if I'm going to record it all, but anyway. So here we go. The whole thing about Zork is you don't really know what's going on, and you just have to explore it as you go. It's a really difficult game. I'm not ruling out the use of using spoilers eventually if I get really stuck. And you're not going to I'm going to pause the game when I need to think about stuff or when I need to map things. So you're not going to get any of that. You're just going to see me playing, and I'm going to talk about the game as I go. Okay, so we are west of house. You're standing in an open field west of a white house with a boarded front door. There is a small mailbox here, so let's open the mailbox. Okay, there's opening the small mailbox reveals a... Excuse me. Opening the small mailbox reveals a leaflet. So let's take the leaflet. Taken, and then we're going to read it. Zork is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. Okay. Oh, it says welcome to Zork as well. All right, so let's put the... Well, we'll keep the leaflet on us. Close mailbox. All right, so this is a game with a text parser. It had a very, very good text parser for the era. It was incredibly sophisticated. Most games did not allow multiple letter, multiple word commands. So the syntax is quite large, and sometimes you're kind of searching around for the right word. But Zork's actually really good. There's very little of kind of trying to figure out what you're trying to say to the computer. So yeah, hopefully there won't be too much of that. So I'm going to explore around the house first, and then we're going to we're going to go and take a look and see what's in it. Let's go west. So we're in a forest. This is a forest with trees in all directions. To the east, there appears to be sunlight. Okay, let's go north. Clearing. You're in a clearing with a forest surrounding you on all sides. A path leads south. On the ground is a pile of leaves. Well, let's look at the leaves. There's nothing special about it. In disturbing the pile of leaves, a grating is revealed. Okay, so let's open the grating. We'll examine it first. Grating is closed. Grating is locked. Okay. Whoops. So we've come across our first thing, right? We found a grating in the floor. We've got to figure out how to open it. It's locked. It says the grating is securely fastened into the ground. Okay, so I don't think we can go... Now, one of the things about Zork is you can go north, yeah, and then you might be in a location, and then you can go south again, and you might be somewhere completely different. The map does not... the different directions do not always map up, and that's what's confusing about it, which is why you need to map the game, because it's really, really hard. I didn't used to map these games when I was a kid, but yeah, and I've got a good memory, so I've got if you move around the map enough, you'll start to remember where things are. So I always used to play them by memory because I was too lazy to map stuff. Now I'm too lazy not to map them. Let's go north. The forest becomes impenetrable to the north. Okay, are we still in the clearing? Yeah. Okay, let's try going west. Okay, we're in forest. Now, when it just gives you a single answer like this means that the game's moved from verbose mode, where if you're just trying to move around fast, originally you didn't want the game to be printing out all the text. It was slow. Now, modern computers, it's super fast. So I might just put verbose mode on. Okay, maximum verbosity. Okay, let's just go to look. This is a forest with trees in all directions. To the east, there appears to be sunlight. Okay, this is east of the house. Let's go back to the... Oh, no, okay. So we came from the west to go into the house, but now we went east and we're now on a forest path. This is a path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path heads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches stands at the edge of the path. Occasionally I'm going to pause the game, guys, either to think or just to fill in my map. So hopefully it won't disturb you too much. Okay. So one particularly large tree... Oh, sorry. This is a path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path heads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches stands at the edge of the path. So let's examine the tree. Nothing special. There's nothing... Oh, you hear in the distance the chirping of a songbird. Okay. Let's climb the tree. Okay, we're up a tree. You're about 10 feet above the ground, nestled among some large branches. The nearest branch above you is above your reach. Beside you on the branch is a small bird's nest. In the bird's nest is a large egg encrusted with precious jewels, apparently scavenged by a childless songbird. The egg is covered with fine gold inlay and ornamented in lapis lazuli and mother of pearl. Unlike most eggs, this one is hinged and closed with a delicate-looking clasp. The egg appears extremely fragile. Okay, examine the egg. Jewel encrusted egg is closed. So we try to open the egg and it says you have neither the tools nor the expertise. Okay. So let's take the egg. I feel a little bit sad taking that away from a bird. But there you go. And we probably need it to progress the adventure. Like normally I'd be like, no, poor bird, I will leave you your egg. Okay, so we're going to continue. Let's go down. I don't think we'll be able to go anywhere from here. Let's have a look again. Examine the nest. Bird's nest is empty. Okay, so we're just going to go down. Okay, so we're on the forest path. I think we're going to go... Let's try going north from here. You're in a clearing with a forest surrounding you on all sides. A path leads south. There is a grating. Okay, so we're back in the forest clearing. Okay, let's try going south again. So we're back to the forest path where the large tree is. Let's try going south again. Okay, so we're north of the house here. So you're facing the north side of a white house. There is no door here and all the windows are boarded up. To the north, a narrow path winds through the trees. Okay, so we're north of where we started, which was the west of the house. Okay, let's just look at the house. The house is a beautiful colonial house which is painted white. It's clear that the owners must have been extremely wealthy. So where are we? We're north of the house. I'm going west. Okay, we're west of the house. Okay, so that's how we get there. Now I just want to explore around the rest of the area because I played this a little bit. I know you've got to go into the house basically. So I want to first I want to kind of explore the rest of the area around. So with south of the house, you're facing the south side of a white house. There is no door here. All the windows are boarded. Okay, so let's go south from here. Oh, okay, we're in the this is a dimly lit forest with large trees all around. Let's try going east. The rank undergrowth prevents eastward movement. You hear in the distance the chirping of a songbird. Okay, so... Okay, let's go south. Storm-tossed trees block your way. Okay, we'll try going west. This is forest with trees in all directions. To the east there appears to be sunlight. Alright. Let's try going south. This is a dimly lit forest with large trees all around. Try going west. No, east. No, okay, we're back where we were. Okay. So south. No, we can't go that way. West. North. Okay, we're back in the clearing. You're in a small clearing in a well-marked forest that in a well-marked forest path that extends to the east and west. Okay. Okay, folks, I was just having a bit of a look around to get my map together. So you're in a small clearing in the west, in a well-marked forest path that extends to the east and west. Let's try going... So as you can see, I was just kind of wandering around and trying to get my bearings here. You're in a small clearing. Let's go east. Okay, canyon view. You're at the top of a marvellous Grand Canyon on its west wall. From here, there is a marvellous view of the canyon and parts of the frigid river upstream. Across the canyon, the walls of the Great White Cliffs join the mighty ramparts of the Flathead Mountains to the east. Following the canyon upstream to the north, Arragain Falls may be seen, complete with rainbow. The mighty frigid river flows out from a great dark cavern. To the west and south can be seen an immense forest, stretching for miles around. A path leads northwest. It is possible to climb down into the canyon from here. Okay, so we can go northwest, or we can climb down. Let's try climbing down. So we're on a rocky ledge. You're on a ledge about halfway up the wall of the river canyon. You can see from here that the main flow from Arragain Falls twists along a passage which is impossible for you to enter. Below you is the canyon bottom. Above you is more cliff, which appears climbable. Okay. Okay, let's continue going down. Canyon bottom. You are beneath the walls of the river canyon, which may be climbable here. The lesser part of the runoff of Arragain Falls flows by below. To the north is a narrow path. Okay, so we can go north from here. Let's go north. You're on a small rocky beach on the continuation of the frigid river past the falls. The beach is narrow due to the presence of the white cliffs. The river canyon opens up here and sunlight shines in from above. A rainbow crosses over the falls to the east and a narrow path continues to the southwest. Okay. Let's have a look at the falls. Okay. Examine river. There's nothing special. Examine cliffs. Can't see any cliffs here. Okay. Alright, what can we do here, I wonder? Rainbow. There's nothing special about the rainbow. What do you mean there's nothing special about the rainbow? Let's try going east. No, we can't go that way. I think this is probably a dead end. So yeah, I think we have to go southwest. Okay, so we're back at the canyon bottom here. I think we're going to go... we go south from here? No. Okay, I think we just got to follow where we're going. So let's climb again. Up. And up again. So we're back at the canyon view. Okay. I don't... oh, to the west and east can be seen an immense forest. A path leads northwest. Let's try going northwest from here. Okay, so we're in the back in the clearing again, where there's the east-west. Okay, I'm going to map this. Hold on. Okay, so we can go east-west from here. I wonder if we... let's try going west. Okay, we're now behind the house. You're behind the white house. A path leads into the forest to the east. In one corner of the house, there is a small window as it's slightly ajar. Okay, I want to go into the house shortly, but I just want to explore that the clearing first. Let's go east again, and then go east again. Oh, we're back to the canyon view. Okay, so let's go west. Oh, no, we want to go east. Oops. Okay, I've got myself lost again. How do we get... where are we? We're in the dimly lit forest. Okay. My map says I can go east here, but I've obviously mismapped it. So let's just go west. Okay, the forest with the sunlight. Going east from here should take us to the forest path. Oh, there we are. Okay, I see where we are. There's a path winding through the dimly lit forest. The path heads north-south here. Okay. So if we go south, we should be north of the house. There's no door here. We go west to west of the house. South to south of the house. South again to the forest. The dimly lit forest. Okay, as you can see, this game really winds, and it's kind of confusing where you've got to go. Like, we go north again. Yeah, we go north. Now we're in the clearing. So there we are. So we're back to where we were. Let's go west, and that should take us to behind the house. There we are. Okay, so we're back to behind the house. So let's open this window. Like, examine the window first. Window is slightly ajar, but not enough to allow entry. Let's open it then. Great effort. You open the window far enough to allow entry. Okay. So let's enter that. Go through window. Okay, we're in a kitchen. You're in the kitchen of a white house. A table seems to have been used recently for the preparation of food. A passage leads to the west, and a dark staircase can be seen leading upwards. A dark chimney leads down, and to the east is a small window which is open. On the table is an elongated brown sack smelling of hot peppers. That's odd. A bottle is sitting on the table. The glass bottle contains a quantity of water. Okay, let's take the bottle and bag. Okay, so we've grabbed that. Examine sack. Open sack. A lunch and a clove of garlic. Okay. So there we go. As you can see, this is nested. So you are carrying a brown sack. The brown sack contains a lunch, a clove of garlic. We've got a glass bottle, and the glass bottle contains a quantity of water. We've got a jewel encrusted egg and a leaflet. Place egg in sack. There's no room. Okay. All right. Maybe let's just drop. Okay. Yeah, so we've left a leaflet on the table. I'm just going to make a note of that, and then we'll continue. Okay, let's go downwards. Only Santa Claus climbs down chimneys. All right. Okay, so we can't go down the chimney. So we know to the east is a small window. That's going to take us out where we came in. Let's examine the table. Okay, we just got the leaflet on there. We know what's going on there. So we'll go to the west. You're in the living room. There is a doorway to the east, a wooden door with strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut, a trophy case, and a large ornamental rug in the centre of the room. Above the trophy case hangs an elvish sword of great antiquity. Well, let's take the sword. Taken. Nothing special about the sword. All right. Okay, let's open the trophy case. Examine case. It's empty. All right. Okay. Place egg in trophy case. Close case. Okay. So we've placed the jewel encrusted egg in the trophy case. I just wondered if that actually did anything, but it doesn't. Let's take the lantern. Okay. Open case, take egg. Okay. And we'll just look again. All right, so I'm just going to map this and then we'll be back. Okay, let's try moving the rug. With great effort, the rug is moved to one side of the room, revealing the dusty cover of a closed trapdoor. Well, let's open the door. Trapdoor. The door reluctantly opens to reveal a rickety staircase descending into the darkness. Okay, let's see what else we can do before we go down there. So, you're in a living room. Doorway to the east, a wooden door with strange Gothic lettering to the west. Let's examine the door. Wooden door. Examine wooden. The engravings translate to this space intentionally left blank. Okay. Cryptic. And I guess we can't open it. Okay, we don't know the word pry. Let's go back into the kitchen. Yeah, let's go upwards. You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. So, I don't know, any of you who've played Adom will know that this line is in that game too. It came from Zork originally, I believe. Okay, so let's light lantern. This is the attic. The only exit is a stairway leading down. A large coil of rope is lying in the corner. On a table is a nasty looking knife. Okay, so we can take the rope and knife. Okay, and yeah, we'll go down. Okay, let's get back down, and we're going to go to the west. Okay, so we're in the living room. I think we're going to go into this trapdoor, so let's go down. Cellar. You're in a dark and damp cellar with a narrow passageway leading north and a crawlway to the south. On the west is the bottom of a steep metal ramp, which is unclimbable. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. Okay, so anybody who's read The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings will know what that means. So, yeah, there's something going on here. Okay, so let's try going north. By the way, it sounds like we're about to get near danger, so let's save the game. Okay, so we're going to save it in the default position. And yeah, let's head north. The troll room. Okay, so there we go. So this is a small room with passages to the east and south and a foreboding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll brandishing a bloody axe blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Okay, let's kill this troll. Kill troll with sword. A good stroke, but it's too slow. The troll dodges. The troll swings his axe, but it misses. So there is some randomization in here, I believe. The haft of your sword knocks out the troll. The unarmed troll cannot defend himself. He dies. Almost as soon as the troll breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelops him, and when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. Your sword is no longer glowing. Okay. Now, I might have been able to examine the troll, see if there's anything on there, but I thought I'd kill him before he got back up. Now, I've played this game long enough to know that the troll can kill you. Okay, it will kill you, and then that can be game over. So just you have to be careful there. Let's just look to see what's in this room. Okay, so there's a bloody axe here, and we can go east, south, and west by the looks of it. Let's try going to the east. An east-west passage. This is a narrow east-west passageway. There is a narrow stairway leading down at the north end of the room. Okay, let's try going east. We're in a round room. This is a circular stone room with passages in all directions. Several of them have unfortunately been blocked by cave-ins. Okay, where should we go? Let's just have a look which direction we could try taking. Now, there is the east-west passage as well that we just came from. Also had a stairway, which would be worth checking. But let's just see what we can. Let's just examine passages. There's nothing special about the way. All right. So try going east. Okay, we're in a loud room. This is a large room with a ceiling which cannot be detected from the ground. There is a narrow passage from east to west and a stone stairway leading upwards. The room is deafeningly loud with an undetermined rushing sound. The sound seems to reverberate from all of the walls, making it difficult to even think. On the ground is a large platinum bar. Okay. Okay, let's examine the platinum bar. Bar. Black sheep. Yeah, all right. Okay. That's going to be... I think it's probably going to be too heavy for us to take. Examine. Gosh. It's laughing at me now. Look. Oh. Oh, I see. Right. Because we're in this room, it's really, really difficult for us to think. Okay, so yeah, this is what I mean. Zork's really interesting. It's got those weird little puzzles in it, and it's kind of cool, man. Let's try going east again. The damp cave. This cave has exits to the west and east, and narrows to a crack towards the south. The earth is particularly damp here. Dig down. Okay, right, doesn't understand that. Let's have a look. Let's try going south. Hang on, let me just map this first, then we'll try going south, I think. Okay, so let's examine crack. There's nothing special about the crack. It's too narrow. Okay, so we can't go south either. It's too narrow for most intakes. Look through crack. Can't look inside a crack. Okay. Let's continue east again. White Cliffs Beach. You are on a narrow strip of beach which runs along the base of the White Cliffs. There's a narrow path heading south along the cliffs and a tight passage leading west into the cliffs themselves. All right. Okay, let's go south then. We'll follow the cliffs down to the south. White Cliffs Beach. You're on a rocky, narrow strip of beach beside the cliffs. A narrow path leads north along the shore. Now, the confusing thing is, sometimes the game it has the same location names for different locations. So I've got to be really, really careful about this. I'm gonna have to come up with my own naming notation. This is one of the things that I like about these old games, right? Not only did Infocom sometimes package their games with things with real objects that were in the game package that you use to play the game. So we miss that with digital games now. We don't have physical stuff so much, at least most, unless you play console games or something, and even that's kind of fading to digital now. But like back in the day, you'd get things like little magnifying glasses and then like a really tiny printed text, and you had to like use the magnifying glass to kind of read the text and to get clues and things. So there'll be pictures in the games, or in the box in the instruction manual. There might be a picture that you had to look at to try to figure out patterns and clues. We really kind of miss that stuff with modern gaming, I think, and that's one of the reasons why these games are so wonderful. I'm not sure how well this is going to come across in a Let's Play, but the reason why the old text adventure games are really great, and to be fair, a lot of interactive fiction games as well, is that they really work on the imagination, providing that the author doesn't give you too much writing and too much of them. It should leave the game, or leave the player enough space for their mind to work. And so these are great games because they immerse you into this world. It gives you a basic description, but it doesn't tell you what to think. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where I check out with a lot of interactive fiction games. I find that they're kind of telling you what to think sometimes. Now, I feel like the older games, where they're a little bit more sparse, tend to be a little bit better done. So this is one of the reasons why I'm enjoying Zork. I think this is really, really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to map this and then we'll get back to the game. Okay, so yeah, so we can go south basically. You're a narrow strip of beach beside the cliffs. Examine cliffs. See if we can actually see the cliffs. Nothing special. Climb up. Can we go up? Can't go up that way. Okay. Can we go east from here? Nope. Nope. Okay, so I think we've come to a sort of dead end here. Look west. No, okay. We can't look. You can't look in directions. Okay, let's go back north then. So we're on the White Cliffs Beach again. a tight passage. Can we go north? No. East? No. Okay, so we've got to go back into the cave. So back in the damp cave. Let's go back west again. So we're back in the loud room. There's a stone stairway leading upwards here. We can also go downwards if we go back to the east passage. And yeah, we're at a point now where there's loads of ways that we can go, different directions. Maybe we try and get out of here. Let's try going up. Deep canyon. You're on the south edge of a deep canyon. Passages lead off to the east, northwest, and southwest. A stairway leads down. You can hear the sound of flowing water from below. Okay, guys, I think with that, I'm going to end the episode. So I hope you enjoyed this. Before we end, I'm going to show you the map and I'm going to show you my infantry. So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. A knife, a rope, we've got an egg, we've got the lantern, a sword, a brown sack with some luncheon and a clove of garlic, and a bottle with some water. So we are currently in the deep canyon. And I'm going to show you the map, the game map, in just a second. Just close the game a little bit and we'll bring Windfrots over. So here we are. This is where we are, right? I hope you can see this well. So we're in the deep canyon here. This is the loud room that we've come from. This was this kind of little detour to the white cliffs that we just went on. And then if we were to go back, this is the round room, the east passage, the troll room where we killed the troll, then the cellar. Now the cellar takes you up into the living room. So this is inside the house, and then back into the kitchen, and then this kitchen, I've just drawn it all the way back here, and this is the map of the outside area that we explored fully, I think. So this is behind the house. As you can see, you could go via this forest path down to the dimly lit forest. This probably wants to be about here, and then we had this canyon view. We climbed down. There was the end of the rainbow, and then this was like all around the house. Look, so we had north of the house. We want to probably move this stuff around a little bit. So that's north of the house, although you had to go west of the house. Like this map software is really nice because it allows you to kind of drag and move things around. So yeah, this is going to be a big game. Now, yeah, I'm going to try to complete it. I'm going to try to play it without using any spoilers. I've never played Zork. This is about as far as I've got. I've got a little bit further than this, but I don't really remember what's going on. I think I went a bit further out of this deep canyon, and that's about as far as I've got. But there are some really cool puzzles that are coming up, and yeah, really looking forward to excited to play this and looking forward to it. I'm probably going to play this on a Sunday. I'm doing what I call RPG Sundays at the moment. So when I'm on a Sunday, providing I'm not doing anything else, if I've got an afternoon to myself or something, this is a nice day for me to play a chilled out game like this. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Does this bring back memories for you? Because I know I've got some people who are on, who like to watch my videos, who are like as old or if not older than me, and will have played Zork, no doubt. I'm sure that there will be people sending me all the Zork memes and saying hello sailor and all that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.